Welcome back to the show. Rob Kenney's dad left the family when Rob was just 14. Of course, he felt the loss deeply. There were so many things he wished he had a dad to teach him. Well, years later, the Seattle father of two vowed he would always be there for his kids and any other kid who needed a dad. His YouTube series, Dad, How Do I, has 4 million subscribers and is filled with how-to videos about fixing clogged sinks to even making lemon bars. His new book by the same name shares more of his practical dadvice. And Rob joins me now. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
I'm so delighted you're here. 4 million viewers. You said when you first did this, you thought maybe you'd have 32.
Yeah, 30 or 40. I was just
gosh.
trying to download some information, some stuff that I learned the hard way.
The hard way, yeah.
And so I was just trying to, yeah.
So how did you get started doing this? What made you want to make a video? And the first video was about tying a tie, right?
Yeah, it was just, tying a tie is something that you kind of need to know how to do. Yeah. And so I just went with it. I'm like anybody else. I kept procrastinating. I thought of this a couple years ago, and I came up with the name Dad, How Do I? Because I thought, I could hear my kids in the other room saying, Dad, how do I?
Yep.
And so that's where it came from. And I kept putting it off, and then my daughter kept encouraging me. So I was locked up like everybody else during the pandemic, and so it kind of forced my hand.
I love that you did this. And the questions and the positive response keep coming, right? I mean, you've made a lot of videos, right? I
have, 130, I think now. So yeah, when it first went viral, I only had like 5 or 6 videos. Mm-hmm. So I was scrambling to try to get the videos out because I didn't have much content.
You gotta strike while the iron's hot.
That's it. So,
oh my goodness. Yeah. So what made you decide to write a book then?
Yeah, so I had a couple publishers reach out to me and asked if I was interested, and I thought, well, what the heck, I was sharing with you. I'm a bit of an introvert, so this whole thing is new to me, but I'm kind of gotten to where I'm just saying yes to things, and just doing it for the experience. And so it's been pretty remarkable, all the different things that I've been able to do.
For the experience of helping so many others. I know one of your most popular videos, besides tying a tie, is called I'm Proud of You, and I want to listen to a few minutes.
I know when I was younger, I let critics keep me from doing things that I might have done otherwise. I didn't want to I didn't want to get out of my comfort zone. And so don't let that happen to you. Go ahead and put yourself out there. If there's something that you're a little scared of doing, I just want to encourage you to do it.
And then you went on to say that you were so proud of them.
Yeah.
Were you surprised at how much that resonated with folks?
I was. The flip side of it is it breaks my heart that people aren't hearing that side, hearing that from their parents. And a lot of people have good parents that just forget to, you got to remind your kids that, hey, I'm proud of you, and I love you. I tell my kids every time I hang up the phone, I love you.
Good.
So I think it's important.
Well, I think it's so hard. I lost my father when I was 5, and there were so many things that I wish I could have asked him or learned from, and I think that it strikes a chord in all of us. You've obviously been affected by the loss of your dad, but you, as you mentioned, you had to learn things the hard way. How has that helped form your life and the dad that you are?
Yeah, I think one big thing that's been on my heart lately is forgiveness, and I share that in my book about forgiving my dad. I started growing then, because I was kind of stagnant, always chewing on that, and I think letting go of that, I think, is so important to be able to, take control of your own life and be the best you that you can be instead of living in the past.
I have a really hard time with forgiveness, and I know a lot of people out there do. It's hard to say, just kind of live and let live. How did you get to that point? Did you? Well,
I'm a man of faith, and so I've been forgiven, and so it took a long time. And like I shared in the book, I was sobbing when I finally, toying with having to actually forgive my dad after what he did. Yeah. But this side of it, I'm so grateful for it. I'm so thankful that because it's freeing. It's like unforgiveness is like drinking poison and hoping it somehow hurts the other person.
Yeah,
and
that's a really good analogy.
When I first heard that was like, wow, that is me.
That is
and I
true.
need to let this go so that I can live my life.
Yeah. What have you heard from some of the viewers about their experiences? Have they shared their stories with you?
Oh yeah. If you spend any time on my channel and read the comments, it's heartbreaking, you know. And even tying a tie, I didn't know it was going to resonate this way. When I tied a tie, I thought I was just showing you how to tie a tie, but I've had people tell me they're just sobbing watching me tie a tie because they have having a dad moment that maybe they never had or they missed, or so all that caught me completely off guard too, you know. So it's interesting. Yeah, like I said, you spend a little bit of time on my channel just reading the comments, and your heart will break a little bit, but also it's encouraging.
Be inspired.
Too. Yeah.
What surprised you most about writing your book? Did anything catch you off guard?
Well, I think it's actually been therapeutic because the first part is kind of about what I went through and getting to forgiveness, but I also was able to share my my siblings. I'm one of 8 kids.
Wow.
So yeah,
My
I'm number
goodness.
7. And so the older kids, I walk through each one of my siblings and talk about a great character trait that I would like to pass along to people. Because my channel is a lot about encouraging people to do stuff for themselves. I don't want you to show, I don't want to show you how great I am at tying a tie.
I
want you to learn.
Others.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask, obviously, Dad, how do I? Do you have any dad jokes?
Well, I got a few.
Oh, okay. Lay them on us.
So I always try to include one in my videos, but one that I always like is, so my son said he didn't understand cloning. I told him that makes 2 of us.
It is such a dad joke. Oh my gosh, do we have time for one more?
I do, okay. An antenna and a satellite got married. The wedding wasn't much, but the reception was incredible.
I was stealing that. I love it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I always need dad advice. So Rob is actually going to stick around later in the show. He's going to demo his most asked question, how to tie a tie, which I actually do not know how to do. Plus, he's trusting me with his cordless drill.